What secrets lie behind this glossy cover? Such interesting secrets that we are going to uncover today in this YouTube video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more awesome content, and let's begin. Hi Storytimers, your favorite Storytimer Annie, and her best pal E. And today we're going to be back into the wonderful world of Shakespeare with Hamlet.
Woo! I can't wait!
Me neither, E.
Are we finishing Hamlet today?
Maybe, E.
Ooh, and it's retold by Andrew Matthews, and the illustrations are by Tony Ruggs.
That's right, E.
I can't wait!
Let's go! So last time we left off on the fact that Hamlet wants to talk to his mother about something. But let's see if the tables turn, or if they just stay where they are. But I underestimated Claudius's cunning and the power he had over my mother. When she let me into her room, there was a coldness in her expression, and I guessed that she had been speaking to my uncle. Before I could say a word, she said, "Hamlet, you have deeply offended your royal stepfather." "And you have offended my dead father," I replied. Mother frowned at me, puzzled. "What do you mean?" she demanded. And here's the pictures. What do you think's gonna happen? And if you have this book at home, why not go grab it so we can read together? "You offended him the day you abandoned your mourning robes in exchange for a wedding gown," I said. "The day you married a liar and a murderer." "I won't listen," Mother shouted. She began to cover her ears with her hands, and I caught hold of her wrists to prevent her. She had to hear the truth. Mother screamed in alarm, and then I heard a voice from behind the drawn curtains at her window calling out, "Help! Murder!" I was certain it was Claudius. Who else would skulk and spy in my mother's bedroom? I drew my sword and plunged it into the curtain, filled with furious joy that my father was avenged at last. But it was the body of Lord Polonius that tumbled into the room. I had killed an innocent man. "You meddling old fool," I groaned. "What were you doing there?" "Following my orders," said a voice. I turned and saw Claudius in the doorway with 2 armed guards. A triumphant light gleamed in his eyes. "I was afraid you might harm your mother if you were alone with her," Claudius went on. "Your madness has made you violent, Hamlet. You must leave Denmark tonight. I shall send you to friends in England who will care for you until you are back in your right mind. Guards, take the prince away." The tables have turned. Neither my mother nor the guards saw the mocking smile that flickered on his lips, but as soon as I saw it, I knew that Claudius intended me never to return from England. I would be imprisoned and then secretly murdered. While I had been trying to trap my uncle, he had been setting a trap for me, and now it had snapped shut. They bundled me into a windowless carriage and locked the doors, and I was driven speedily through the night. I could see nothing, and could hear only the rattling of the wheels and the cracking of the driver's whip, keeping the horses at the full gallop. After several hours, the carriage arrived at a port, and I was placed on a ship that set sail almost as soon as I was aboard. I made no attempt to escape. It was all over. My father was unavenged. Claudius had outwitted me. I was as good as dead. And here they're going to take him away. Just before dawn broke, my life seemed to become some strange dream, for the most unlikely thing had happened. I was rescued by Danish pirates. They captured the ship and murdered most of the crew, but when they discovered who I was, panic seized them. Fearing that they would be hunted down by the Danish fleet, the pirates sailed back to Denmark and put me ashore at a little fishing village. There I found lodgings and wrote letters to Horatio and to my mother, and told her that I would return to Elsinore and right all the wrongs that had been done, though I did not tell her what those wrongs were. The next day, I bought a horse and set off, certain that fate had returned me to Denmark to complete my revenge. There was no more doubt in my mind. Claudius was guilty, and I would make him answer for his crime. I was still some way from the castle when I was met by Horatio, who had ridden out to find me. There was darkness in my friend's face, and I knew he was the bearer of ill tidings. "My lord," he said, "the Lady Ophelia is dead. Claudius told her that you had killed her father, and the grief drove her so mad that she drowned herself." "Oh no! These tables are really wicked." Tears blurred my sight. What had I done to my beloved Ophelia? In another time and place, our love might have grown into happiness. "Ophelia's brother Laertes has sworn to kill you for the deaths of his father and sister," Horatio went on. "But Claudius persuaded Laertes to settle his differences with you in a fencing match in front of the whole court. I have seen the king whispering to Laertes in private, and I am sure that they are plotting against you. Turn back, my lord. Escape while you can to somewhere you will be safe." "No, I must go to Elsinore," I told him. "My destiny awaits me there. We cannot escape our destinies, Horatio. We can only be ready for them, and I am ready." And that's where we're going to end it today.
No! Right at the good part again. Why do you keep doing this?
Well, E, my good friend, it keeps the audience on edge. At the edge of their seats, really.
Right.
On edge of their seats. So yes, that is me. The very clever, very intelligent, wearing glasses nerd, Annie. Of course I am not really a nerd. I just love E so much. Don't you? Look how cute he is. So that seems to be the end. And I feel like this is either going to be coming out for the better or for worse. Do you think Hamlet did the right thing to think that Claudius was behind the curtain? Or should he have waited? I mean, the chances of Claudius being in the room are really high. But when he figured out that it was actually Polonius, then things started getting really bad. And then they got better. So do you think the next thing is going to happen is going to be for better or for worse? Books like this usually end pretty
Hey,
iffy.
don't spoil it.
I wasn't going to spoil it, E. I'm just saying, this is Shakespeare we're talking about. Anything could happen. So, yes, this is the end. Tune in next time for more interesting adventures with Anytime Storytime and her orange pal, E. Goodbye, guys. Adios. Thanks for watching.